What are the 5 greatest fights in UFC history? Fifth, I have Israel Adesanya versus Kelvin Gastelum. They put on a 5-round war for the interim middleweight title. They both were wobbled at points in the fight. Izzy put on a 10-8 round after saying, "I'm willing to die" in the 5th to make it an all-time classic, and they just got put in the UFC Hall of Fame for it. In 4th, I have Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker. This was one of the early Apex card fights where you could hear the sounds of the punches, and they literally thudded each other for 5 rounds to the point where they both had to be in stretchers later on after the fight. In 3rd, I have John Jones versus Alex Gustafsson 1. This was a very controversial fight as some people thought Gustafsson won, but they landed some nasty punches. John Jones had that notorious spinning back elbow to the face where Gustafsson just ate it and kept going. One of the greatest fights. I have it at 3rd. In 4th, I have the fight that made the UFC the UFC. When the UFC was down, they needed a great fight, and these two put on one of the biggest wars of all time. It wasn't the most technical fight, but they beat each other into oblivion and saved the UFC from going bankrupt. And at number 1, this picture tells you everything you need to know. Robbie Lawler, Roy McDonald, 2 for the welterweight title, and Robbie Lawler won a tough man contest in this fight. Roy McDonald held on for as long as humanly possible, but with the nose broken and the amount of swelling and damage done to the head and body, in the 5th round he finally caved in, and Robbie Lawler with the cut lip ended up winning, defending his title in the greatest fight of all time.